This webinar is titled The Statue of Liberty, Its Symbolism and Meaning, Part 2, A Deeper Look. Well, the movie's National Treasure is a series of films on fictitious hidden secrets among our national heritage. The real-life situation is that there are real national treasures, deep truths that need to be discovered and understood once again, and this is where this webinar will go. I want to take a deeper look at the Statue of Liberty and the Keystone to understanding its meaning. And to begin with, let's explore again the intended date. The intended date of the gift was the 100-year anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1876. The French knew how important this date was and how important the contents of the Declaration were about liberty. So much so that the statue and the monument continue on this theme of the Declaration. Hidden in the base is a hollow stone that contains a copy of the Declaration of Independence when the base was first started and then completed on August 5, 1884. The keystone shape of the tablet gives us a clue that the independence, the Declaration, is key to understanding the statue. The shape of a keystone makes it a central stone at the summit of an arch, and it locks the whole thing together. It's the central principle of a system on which all else depends, and that is the Declaration. The date on the tablet highlights this fact with July 4th, 1776, the date of the Declaration. The raised letters on the tablet give us a clue that when the Declaration is applied, it brings life and liberty to all that follow its principles. So, with these 5 clues, we need to take a deeper look at the Declaration of Independence to understand what the Statue of Liberty stands for. The Declaration begins this way. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them. Well, let's take a look at this phrase, the laws of nature and of nature's God. The ancient literature says that the laws of nature are these: God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made. The idea here is that there's laws in nature that God created that when applied, either in our personal lives or in our civic life, they will make life better. The laws of nature's God is what forms the basis of our legal system in the United States. Do not murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not give false witness, and do not covet. And our whole legal system is built around a framework of those 5. Well, the Declaration continues, and there's a second section. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Let's explore this sentence in greater detail. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That is, they are universal and unchanging, and not made up by men, but established by God in the universe. That all men are created equal, that there's a God and He created man in His image, and all men and women are equal before Him. That they are endowed by their Creator, that because God made man, man has dignity, and he's been given certain unalienable rights. These rights are given by God, not at the whim of a king or a government. Continuing, that among these are life and liberty. Life, that human life is valuable and unique among all of God's creation and should be nurtured and protected. And liberty, freedom of conscience, religion, thought, speech, stewardship, and trade. And finally, the pursuit of happiness. That's not hedonism, mind you, pursuit of happiness. That would have been understood to have meant that the individual would have the freedom to use their time, talent, and resources to pursue the directions in life that they believed would bring them the most satisfaction and would benefit their family and friends, fellow man, and future generations the most. A third section of the Declaration that needs to be understood. We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America and General Congress assembled, appeal to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions. Well, what is rectitude? Rectitude is morally correct behavior or thinking. Righteousness. Here are some synonyms. Righteousness, goodness, virtue, morality, honor, honorableness, integrity, principle, honesty, trustworthiness, uprightness, decency, and good character. What they're saying here in the Declaration is that the Supreme Judge of the world, that God holds people accountable for their actions, including political leaders in what they do in office, and they are held according to these moral obligations on display here. And then finally, for the support of this declaration with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. Well, George Washington, in his inaugural address after being elected president, said this: "Every step by which they have advanced to the character of an independent nation seems to have been distinguished by some token of providential agency." He was talking about the American people and their quest for independence and how God led them there. And so for reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. So in a summary fashion, we've just gone through these four key spiritual ideas: that the laws of nature and laws of nature's God guide us and form a framework, that all men are created equal, endowed by their Creator, that there's an appeal to the supreme judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, and that there's a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. And at the center of it all is a personal God known as the Creator. Alexis de Tocqueville, who lived to only 54 years and died before the Statue of Liberty was ever conceived, said this about the American Republic: "The Americans combine the notions of religion and liberty so intimately in their minds that it's impossible to make them conceive of one without the other. And this is reflected in the Statue of Liberty, liberty enlightening the world. Liberty is a gift from heaven, a gift from the Creator, and a gift for all people at all times, everywhere." If you'd like to explore some of these themes even more deeply, I invite you to watch the video series A Country Built to Last at uscivicstraining.org or christiancivicstraining.org. My name's Craig Seibert. Thanks for listening.